Hey guys, I'm Joy, and I'm very excited to present you my first video guide to Overwatch from Platinum to Grandmaster. I know there are a lot of videos about it already on YouTube, but I really think I can bring something of my own to the topic. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. I'm going to break the video into different parts and then link them in the description, so you can watch whatever part you want. The first part is going to be a little about my background, so I can add some credibility to my work, and then I'm going to tell about 3 important components to becoming Grandmaster. Now, the ego part of the video about myself. Before I started playing Overwatch, I could barely play FPS. I had a little to none experience in FPS. The only FPS I played is CS 1.6 in middle school, and I don't really think you can count it as a FPS experience. So when I started playing, my aim was terrible and my game sense was awful, and I played different heroes, but mostly hitscan because I really felt that I liked them more, but I didn't do really well, so just to say the least. I have spent most of the season in rank 40 or something. That was the equivalent of gold back then, and in the end I ended up with rank 53. That was the equivalent to platinum. But I really wanted to improve in Overwatch, so I decided to practice. I have put effort into it to become better. So in season 2 I ended up in Master, and in season 3 I ended up in Grandmaster. I have tried a lot of things to improve. I have read a lot of guides and I have watched a lot of videos, and I have come up with my own way to do it. And now I want to share my experience so you could reach the point you want to be at fast. Now let's get back to the main topic of the video, the guide. The first part of becoming a Grandmaster is equipment. Because we're playing video games, the equipment really means a lot. It puts a real threshold to what you can do in a video game, so you can't just do without it. I felt hesitant about buying gaming equipment before, but when I bought it, I felt the difference instantly. For me, every part of my gaming equipment changed a lot. Now, the first thing I think you should consider buying is a gaming mouse. When I switched from my office mouse to a gaming mouse, the difference was like heaven and earth. I can just explain to you. If you haven't played on an office mouse, you can never tell the difference. But when you move to a gaming mouse, the mouse movement is so more smooth, and the shape is much more comfortable. And well, for me, it really made a difference. Secondly, I think you should improve your FPS. First, just move to a stable 60 FPS, but if you already have a 60, then you should move even more up to 144 and even higher. I know some people think things like human eye can see better than 60 FPS. Well, that's complete bullshit, and I think most people already know that, but I'm still going to say it. That's complete bullshit. I think human eye doesn't have any limit to how many FPS you can see. And if you have a chance to improve your FPS even more, from 144 even higher, you should still do it. I mean, it might not be more efficient money-wise because now the monitors who can support more than 144 FPS are very expensive. But later, when they drop in their cost, you should still buy them. This whole FPS improvement part is very expensive because you need a better CPU, a better monitor, a better graphic card. But I have to say that if you buy all of these things, you will improve not only in your FPS, but in other sides of your computer use. Because graphic card, of course, helps you play better games and with better graphics, and CPU improves how your computer works. And the better monitors, of course, always better. And also, if you have more FPS on your monitor, your eyes don't tire as easily. So all these things that you should buy to improve your FPS, they're all very valuable by themselves already. Thirdly, I would think about buying a very good headset. For me, there are 2 very important parts about the headset: the sound quality and the comfort. The sound quality, of course, will improve your gameplay. You will better hear things like the enemy steps and all the other stuff. Comfort will help you play long hours without tiring yourself. And believe me, I tried different headsets. The first one I bought was very bad, and my ears got tired about after an hour or two after I started playing. Then I switched to a more lighter headset, and I'm still using it, and I really like it because now I can play like 6 and 8 hours and I barely feel it. Then you should really think about buying a better chair. It doesn't have to be a gaming chair, you just have to be comfortable enough for you to sit on. If you don't feel comfortable in front of your desk, you won't feel comfortable making certain movements while playing the game, like twitching your hand and making some wrist movements. Believe me, it really takes a toll. I have tried different positions on how to sit. I tried sitting very low with my arms wide like this, then I tried to pull my chair a little higher and pull my elbows a little close to myself. So I think in the end it's just a matter of preference, but a comfortable chair will really help you sit comfortably. And also I think a very important part about an armchair is the armrests, because the armrests I have in my chair aren't really comfortable because I can't rest my elbows on them. And I saw a lot of professional players resting their elbows on the armrests, so and their wrist is just barely touches the table. But for me, because I can't do that, I have to rest all of my forearm on the table. And I don't know if it really takes a toll on my gameplay, because I haven't tried it the other way, but seeing how many pro players using the other form of sitting in front of the desk, I just feel like I'm missing out on something. And lastly, there is a gaming keyboard. I still don't own one, so I can say if it really improves the gameplay or not. For me, I think that it's too expensive, and I don't know how is it going to improve your gameplay really. Maybe it does make a big difference, but I'm not in a place to judge. Okay, now let's summarize. You need a better gaming mouse. You need to improve your FPS by buying a better processor, better graphic card and better monitor. You need a better chair and a better headset, and also a better keyboard. I forgot to mention the mousepad. Of course, it's really important, because I remember when I bought my first mousepad, I have bought it even before I bought my gaming mouse, and I already felt the difference, because I felt way more comfortable moving the mouse around. And I also think that for gaming mice, it's much easier to record your mouse movement on a mousepad than on a simple table. Now let's finish with the equipment and move to the next part, the skill set. As I said, when I started playing Overwatch, I barely could aim, and I didn't know anything about FPS games, and also about Overwatch and games like that, like Team Fortress 2. So I started watching a lot of other people playing Overwatch, and also I started practicing a lot. I practiced about an hour per day, and I think that's what really made the difference. I used to use the training mode and the custom games. Now I only practice in custom games, but before you couldn't customize your custom game as well as you can do now. But practice really helps you, because when you don't have a very good skill set, you need to develop it. And to develop it, you need to train the basic, concept movements, like your twitch aim, how you make 180 turns, everything. You have to feel comfortable during the game, so you don't have to think about how you're going to aim during the game. All you have to think about during the game is the game itself, how you're going to make a decision, where you're going to go, who you're going to shoot, but you shouldn't think about how you're going to do it. How you're going to move your mouse, is it comfortable for you? So that's why a comfortable position in front of your desk matters a lot, and that's why practice matters a lot, because when you're comfortable doing the same movements, you won't think twice about making them during the game. So basically what I wanted to say is you have to practice a lot, and you have to find things you're bad at and then try to improve them. This is how you improve your skill set, and this is how you come even closer to the Grandmaster level. And now for the last part, the game IQ. I really think that game IQ is what separates the top 500 players and Grandmasters from everyone else. Sometimes you can find a very good master player who can aim very well, but his positioning is not good enough, so he dies a lot, but he could easily avoid these situations by positioning him better. But the worst part about game IQ is that it's really hard to improve in it. Even if you watch a lot of videos and you play a lot of games, you might still not improve. Some people play like Dota and League of Legends for 5 years and 6 years and they still don't know what the hell they're doing in their games. So what I do is I try to analyze what I did wrong. I try to think if I could have avoided my death or if I could have done something differently to help my team. Sometimes I also watch my replays and I also watch other players play and try to notice, you know, some things that people don't talk about, but they're really important, like where they go, what do they do, like when do they engage, when do they fall back. But you really have to think about it and you really have to try to improve in this department, because without it you won't be able to ever improve your game. Even if you aim like a god, you will still die like a stupid idiot because you just did something inconsiderate. You didn't try to predict the enemy movements, and that's why you're going to lose, of course, more games than you usually do. Well, this is it, but let's just take a little more time and summarize what we just learned. The three most important parts of becoming a Grandmaster is equipment, skill set, and game IQ. And once you've proven them enough, you will surely become a Grandmaster. Now the video is over. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope this video helped you, because you know, when I was thinking about making it, the only thing I thought about is if it's going to help anyone. And when I made my previous video, it got a lot of views, well, at least for me, and it really inspired me to make more. And I really want to help you guys, and please tell me what you think. Leave comments, likes, dislikes, whatever you think. Just give me feedback so I can improve, so I can improve your experience at Overwatch and at my videos more. And also, I hope I don't annoy you with my soundtrack again, as I did with my previous video. Okay, so this is it, and thank you guys for watching again, and see you.